Hello everyone, you're watching the Beginner's Guide to Minecraft. My name is Rodderin, and this is the episode we have all been waiting for so far this series. We're off to kill the dragon, the terrible dragon of the end. To paraphrase the Wizard of Oz. I know that was terrible. I'm horrible. Don't hate me, please. In this episode, we're going to kill ourselves the dragon. Now, we have done all kinds of prep work. We have prepared, we have trained, we have fought tooth and nail to get here in this world. And the last thing we need to do is we need to craft some ender chests so we can have some spots to stash our stuff here. So what the ender chest does, for those who don't know, is that it gives the contents of the chest is tied to the player, not to the chest, which means any ender chest you open in Minecraft will have the exact same inventory every time you open it, no matter where you're at. You could put something into the ender chest in the end dimension, come back to your base in the overworld, open your ender chest, and boom, same exact stuff. This makes it a very safe space to store valuable equipment like shulker boxes full of redstone components. Super valuable there. Diamonds, other stuff. So the reason why we need to craft these is that I want to have one in the base here, and then I can just dump out all of the stuff I want to take to the dragon fight. And I can carry one with me, so when I get to the dragon fight, I can slap one down and I can get the stuff out of it. In the next episode, once we start raiding the end cities looking for our Elytra and shulker boxes, having one of these with us will be immensely valuable. Because if we die in the end, anything in the ender chest is safe. We're not going to lose it. So to craft an ender chest, you're going to need 8 pieces of obsidian. You're going to need 1 Eye of Ender. So you arrange them like in this pattern. The obsidian around the outside edge, the Eye of Ender in the center, and that'll give you 1 ender chest. And we're going to craft 2 of them up here. Now, the only time you can pick up an ender chest is if you're using a Silk Touch pickaxe, which we do have. So we can plop one down, and I think this right here is going to be a good spot to put an ender chest down. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an arrow in here. Now I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to put the other ender chest down and open it up, and you guys will see the exact same arrow in the exact same inventory slot. Which means that the contents of the ender chest are tied to the player and not to the chest. So we'll drop a chest here, and that arrow is still right there. So that's what makes these ender chests so valuable. So now let's go over to our prep chest. And let's not mind Mrs. Rodderin, the special helper in the background, helping me grind resources because I'm a part-time creator. I do have a full-time job that's not YouTube. And honestly, I can use all the help I can get, guys. Come on. Don't hate. If you want to hate, there's a door. Get on out of here, unsub, all that stuff. So we're going to take with us 4 stacks of cobblestone. This is going to be for bridging and pillaring out to certain things. We're going to take some glass bottles to scoop up some of that dragon's breath with. We're going to take 3 potions of slow falling, which if we get knocked up off a pillar or a tower, we can chug one of those and we can float down to the ground. Very safe, no damage. We're going to take 3 golden apples in case we need emergency health restoration. We have an infinity bullet we're going to grab. And it's because it's infinity, we're only going to take 1 arrow with us because infinity allows us to shoot that arrow an infinite number of times, hence infinity. We're going to take a water bucket, we're going to take a stack of steak and a half stack of bread, we're going to take our 15 ender pearls, and we should be good for the dragon fight. So, the time has come, at last. Up there is the nether portal that will take us to the nether to get to the stronghold. No more delaying, no more stalling. It is time for us to go and fight the end dragon. Now, this is the first time I've fought in the dragon solo since I've come back to Minecraft. Now, I played Minecraft back right around 1.8, 1.9 era. Shulker boxes weren't in the game yet, and killing the end dragon was really just there for doing it. You know, there's really no need to kill the end dragon, no real tangible reward for it back then. But now, since I believe 1.11, we have shulker boxes in the game, and Elytra, and a reason to actually go and kill the dragon now. So I've killed it before on multiplayer servers, but never in a single player world. The thud of my diamond boots on each rung of this ladder as I climb up to the portal echoes in my ears. So as we run to the stronghold portal, let's first off, let's make sure we're going in the right direction. I'm looking for positive Z. There's positive Z. Positive X, positive Z. So let's review what we know about the dragon. The dragon has two primary attacks. It's a swoop attack, which will knock you back for a very powerful knockback. And there's also a breath attack that will cause an area of effect attack that will deal large amounts of damage to anybody caught in the area. The Ender Dragon will also aggro on Enderman, and Enderman will aggro on it in retaliation. So we may hear a lot of Endermen aggroing, but they may not necessarily be aggroing on us. So the dragon also has a number of crystals that will heal it. So we have to destroy all those crystals before we can attack the dragon. Otherwise, the dragon will just sit there and regenerate health, and we'll never kill it. So it's a very basic fight mechanically, but there's a lot of variables and a lot of things that can go wrong in this fight. So it helps to, for your first time, I recommend enchanted diamond gear. Once you're familiar with the fight and you've done it a few times, you can get by with unenchanted leather gear. Once you have the mechanics down pat. Alright, so end portal. Respawn point has been set, so in case we die right back here, and we can swoop back into there and get our stuff. Now, I've been through this portal once already, so we won't see the advancement or anything for going through it this time. I know that the spawn point is an obsidian platform over the void. We will need to build a bridge to the island. So let me go ahead and get a stack of cobblestone on my toolbar and the water bucket. And take a deep breath. Exhale. Okay, that was a terrible exhale. And let's do this. Alright, we are in, and there's the crystals, so let's go ahead, let's bridge over. And hope that the dragon doesn't knock us into the void before we get to the island here. Okay, so we made landfall here. I'm gonna take my pickaxe, so I'm just gonna kind of carve a little staircase going up. And this end stone here. And now, if we don't look at the Endermen, they won't aggro on us, so you see, the dragon just flew by, and you got these crystals that are healing it. So there's two of them that are in cages, so we're gonna have to deal with those. The dragon hasn't noticed us yet, so let's go ahead and let's take our bow and arrow, and we're gonna try to hit those end crystals, because if we hit them like that, they'll explode. We need to get closer to that one. That's literally a long shot. Oh, and there comes a breath attack. So as long as we stay vigilant, we dodge those, we shouldn't take any damage from them. I'm a horrible shot with the bow, by the way. I mean, that obsidian toe looks like a freaking pincushion there. Ooh, got that one first shot. I like that. Why can't they all be like that? Oh, incoming fireball. And again, make sure we don't look at any Endermen. Did we get that one? I think we got that one. Whew. That was close. I felt that one push me forward a bit. Okay, we might get a different angle on that. Now that breath on the ground, we can... Oh, hello. There we go, that Enderman is dead. Let's go ahead, let's eat a little bit here. I would like to get to these crystals a bit faster than I am, but... There we go. Another one done. Now, eventually, that dragon's gonna land in that bedrock portal. When he does, he's vulnerable, or she, he, whatever the pronoun is vulnerable to melee attacks. So once we get, whoa, he just swooped us, and there we go. All right, didn't quite hit the water to save us from fall damage, but feather falling on our boots kicked in and saved us. So we didn't take as much damage as we could have there, which is a good thing. Let me get a potion of slow fall on my hotbar when that happens again. Of course, the dragon blocked my shot. Okay, there we go. Let's move over this way. Whew. Saw the particles there. Alright, so we got the crystal there in the cage yet. Just kind of watching the dragon here. We got one on top of there. Now let's back up a bit and try to get an angle on that one. Just gotta touch it. Oh, you jerk. Blocking my shot again. Okay, he's landing now. He's kind of looking at us, so let's go ahead and move away from his head. Oh. Ooh, somebody's not happy with me. Multiple somebodies. Alright. Let's duck in here. Let's go ahead and eat, regenerate some health. Alright, looks like they're not aggroing on me. Let's see if we can get these crystals here down. Whew. That one lit up our backside. Alright, let's go for one of these ones in the cages here. So let's look around. This looks like a good one to go after. So, keep our eyes down. What we're gonna do is we're gonna want to pillar up right here. And then we're gonna drop some water down here in case we end up falling. Oop, I just destroyed my, whoa, okay, and now we'll ender pearl back, avoid the fall damage. And I just destroyed my water source block, so we're not gonna have that tactic to fall back on anymore. Alright, we wanna kinda go quickly here, so. Now these end crystals have a huge explosive radius, so we wanna make sure that we kinda just do just like that. Let's go ahead and get our butts back down the ground where it's just a little bit safer. Okay, and let's go over and get this next one. Then we'll watch the dragon flap around a bit and see if there's any other ones we're missing. Dragon's going down for a landing, which is actually really good for us. And approach so we don't take much damage. Well, any at all. Ooh, the end dragon took a little damage. We have a notch out of his. Ooh, he's coming out. He is not happy with us. Alrighty. Go ahead and let's just move around a bit. Eat up. And we'll just watch him fly around. So far, I haven't seen any healing action going on, which means we can proceed to phase 2 of the fight. Which is basically waiting for him to land, dodging his breath attacks, not looking at Enderman. And when he lands on this, we'll rush him with his sword. Ooh. Guys, I'm trying to kill the dragon. go. Ooh, oh, we're in it. All right, golden apple. Let's just. All right, the dragon still hasn't healed, so I'm assuming that he's going to be coming in for a landing at some point. Yeah, there's no more crystals left to recharge him. Alright, he's coming in for a landing, so what we want to do is make sure we stay away from the head. And the best strategy here is to poke him in the butt. We're not really getting a lot of damage on him for some reason. There we go. Attack the legs. Woo! And we need to end their pearl. Oh, we didn't quite get the pearl down before we hit the ground. That's why you kind of want to stay away from. We can also use at this point, when he's flying, we can use our bow and arrow to deal some damage too. So I'm gonna. Oh, he's taking off. And. Let's make myself a little ender safe hut here. Alright, let's get some glass bottles in our hotbar and we'll eat some bread and grab up some of this dragon's breath. Alright, and while the dragon's flying, we should be able to deal a little damage to our bow. Now, taking lessons we learned from shooting the end crystals, I'm not Robin Hood. Alright. Just gotta get out of there. Alright. Coming down, let's get in here. He's gonna breathe fire, so we're gonna stay away from his head. I thought for sure we were gonna die there. Okay. Let's put out some arrow fire. He is now invulnerable to projectiles. We get some good hits here. Oh, he's taking off. Go over here and eat. I seem to have some Enderman aggro. So let's try and just keep running away from them until I can find my little ender safety hole, hidey hole. We'll ender pearl to it, and then we'll get in here. See now, because I built a too high spot to stand under, Enderman can't get me, so I gotta sit here, and I can kind of regenerate here. The dragon still is a threat. All right, see if we can get in here and get some hits on the dragon. There we go, right in the rib cage. All right, taking off. We need to run. We retreat back to our hidey hole. Eat some bread. We're about halfway. Oh, he's still perched. Son of a gun. And he's taking off now. He swooped through here, but the terrain saved me. Alright, just pop out and... Heard some good tinks. Alright, fireball coming. This is harder than shooting Phantom, and the dragon's 3 times their size. I sort of arrow hit the ground. Oh, yeah, that sounded like a good hit. Looks like we're down to about a third of the health left to go, 30%. Any World of Warcraft raiders out there? I kind of say what I'm feeling here when you get a raid boss down to the last 30%. Like, I want to pop my cooldowns, but I don't have my cooldowns because it's Minecraft, not World of Warcraft. They both have craft in them. That's about where the similarity stops. I looks like the dragon's coming for another landing. Let's pelt it with arrows on the way in. Alright, it is now invulnerable to arrow attack. And it is taken off. Whew. Landing on top of the Okay. Ooh, don't want to run that much farther. Being chased by an Enderman. See, the dragon fight, if it weren't for these Endermen, it'd be a much easier fight. Now I'm just running for my little hidey hole here because I have Endermen, unknown number of Endermen after me right now. I want to get safe so I can eat. There we go. Alright, dragon's on the perch. Oh, we just took off from there. Should we dodge out of this way? Ooh, 3 in a row. Amen, Robin Hood. And we have did it! The dragon is dead. Now, it is time for us to claim our prizes. First, a ton of XP for killing the dragon. So far, I'm up to 58 levels, 62 levels. 62 levels for killing, and then we also have, because I have the more mob heads data pack turned on, we have the dragon's head that we can claim in victory. Yeah, take that in the dragon. And we're gonna swap that back out. And the last prize is we have this little ender egg and dragon egg. So now we can't just go ahead and pick it up, because that would be way too easy. So what I'm gonna do is first, I'm gonna kind of block this portal off so it doesn't fall through into the portal, because the dragon egg obeys gravity. And when you drop a block that is affected by gravity onto a torch, it breaks and you can harvest it. So I'm gonna pop a torch off here. We're just gonna give this egg a little tap and it's gonna teleport. So now, because it teleported off the portal blocks, we can take a little pickaxe and dig down
and dig out that block there. We're gonna go ahead and put a torch in here. Then we're just gonna drop this block, and we can now pick up the egg and reach into gold, the next generation. Now the dragon egg doesn't do anything, it's just a decorative piece, so we will go ahead and open this portal back up now. So now, the last thing that we need to do is talk about these little end gateway portals that one just popped up over here. Every time you kill the dragon, and yes, you can kill the dragon multiple times, you can respawn the dragon as many times as you want, there will be up to 20 of these little end gateways here. Now this one's out over the void, which I'm not a fan of, but if you throw an ender pearl through it, it will cast you out about 1,000 or so blocks in that direction to the outer end islands. The outer end islands are where all the end gateways are, or end cities are, as along with the end cities is where you find shulkers and Elytra. So the next episode, we're going to go ahead and head out there, but for now, we're going to head back to our base. We're going to stash all this stuff that we got. We're going to see what we can enchant or what we don't need to enchant here. And we're just going to get all these Endermen here, because I've been attacked by these guys one too many times, to be perfectly honest. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and dive into here. And we technically have beaten the game. So we're going to see the Minecraft end credits poem come up. Now, when you guys do this in your world, I suggest just go through and enjoy the poem. Watch it all the way through. But I'm going to go ahead and skip it, because we got a show to put on here. And we are back at our spawn point in the overworld, because we set our spawn point at the bed. So if we want, so let's head back to base. And let's go ahead and let's revel in our victory. Alright, so we're going to pop back to base. We're kind of recap what all we used and what materials we brought back, so to help you guys decide what you need to take in your dragon fight, in your worlds. And the climb down this ladder is not nearly so ominous and drawn out as the climb up it was. And we're going to face the dragon for the first time. And we march back to base as heroes and victors. I would gladly eat some of the champion's cake, but I'm not hungry right now, so we'll have to come back and eat later. So let's go ahead and... And we're back after being a little bit hungry from fighting the dragon, and boy, that champion's cake was delicious. Thank you, Mrs. Rod, for the cake. All right, let's recap what we came back with. We managed to snag up 4 bottles of Dragon's Breath. We probably could have done better had I been more focused on collecting the Dragon's Breath and not so much on, killing the dragon, but, 4 bottles is pretty good. Like I said, we can summon the dragon however many times we want. We didn't use any of our potions of slow falling. I mean, I tried. I just got a little flustered here. We definitely used quite a bit of cobblestone blocks. We only came back with just shy of 3 stacks. We lost our water along the way due to a block placing error. We only used 1 golden apple. We didn't dive into our steak at all. And we used a handful of ender pearls. And we still have some glass bottles. We picked up 2 iron bars and a torch. But overall, I say we did pretty dang good here in this fight. So let's go ahead and let's wind this down and recap this back out. In this episode, we killed the end dragon. I showed you guys the 2 phases of the fight. The first phase, killing the crystals and pillaring up and knocking the end crystals. End crystals, highly explosive, do tons of damage, able to kill you if you're too close to them. So we crouched on our pillar to stay a block below, and we were able to avoid taking damage from that. We definitely, yay, the townspeople are showing their appreciation for our dragon defeat with carrots of glory. So, we killed the dragon, we opened up the end dimension now, so we have now unlocked all 3 Minecraft dimensions, and really, we are now progressing into the end game stages here, so we'll be focusing, and more future episodes will be focusing more on
farm infrastructure, generating resources, and build projects. Because overall goal of this world for me is to become a better builder. So we need to start farming resources and actually start doing some real building in here. Next episode, we are going back into the end. We're going to go find some Elytra, some shulker boxes. Bring some of those back for the townspeople. So be sure you subscribe to the channel for that if you're new here. If you like this episode, go ahead and give it a thumbs up button. Help me out in the algorithm. Don't forget that I do stream live over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rod, and link will be in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter for streaming video updates as they occur. And I hope to see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.